Today is part 2 of 2 parts of our elk and mule deer hunts in central Montana at U-Cross Outfitters on Cast and Call Outdoors.
Good morning, it's day 4. We heard elk bugling from the house. We've come up the ridge, this comes on the heels of yesterday. Missing a cow elk in the woods at 42 yards. My arrow hit a limb. And then yesterday afternoon taking a shot at 2 mule deer at 70 yards and missing that badly. We've glassed some elk, a group of elk coming up. We're trying to cut them off and get in front of them.
While traipsing across Montana country, we came across one of the several coyotes we saw on our hunt. Mr. Lance was behind us and didn't see where the coyote was coming from. He was moving around a bush and the coyote got a nice view of us. Any good hunter in a situation like this wants the animal to either look in another direction or put his head down to eat so the hunter won't be seen drawing back on the prey. But Tad didn't get that opportunity. After a second, this coyote realized that he didn't want to stick around for our little party.
Almost. He came all the way up the field. That would have been fun. How many elk are you usually seeing, during the middle of the season when you go up to glass from the top of the hill? How many different groups do you see coming up today? We saw one that had about 12.
Normal, we should be seeing 3 or 4 groups. I think because it's so green this year, they're staying up high.
No need to come down to your field, but that'll change.
Yeah, it'll change as the season goes on. As they get more in the rut too, the bulls will try to, peel out their own group of cows and get them further away from the other groups.
But if I'd have had a rifle, we'd have had a cow down, mule deer buck, coyote.
Yeah.
But that's the challenge of archery hunting. Yeah. Sure is pretty tough.
These bachelors and a few does surprised us as we were coming down off a ridge that we had been on for a morning hunt. We saw several shooters, but like the coyote, they had more important things to do and places to be. We were tucked away in the closest cover to them and were as near to them as we could be. We decided to let them walk. Later, we caught up with the group when they settled into a little coulee, but as we looked closer, we saw that they had met up with a few more friends, and one buck happened to be a monster.
We're heading back to the ranch and came upon a good big mule deer. He's got a couple of smaller bucks and 3 or 4 or 5 does. We're going to try and get down this ridge. The wind's blowing that way, so the wind's in our favor. It's going to be tough because they've crossed the bottom. It's 107 yards across the bottom. Just trying to get around in front of them. The wind's still blowing this way. Hopefully they'll come up. But I gotta try and find a spot that's 40, 50 yards. There's a trail right along that bottom. And if they're taking that, we might have to go get in that tree over there, but they'd see us on this hillside. I'll walk up and try and see if I can see them. Got in front of them. The wind's blowing down the coulee, I hope.
The deer decided to keep on walking, and so did Dad. He was going between trees and bushes and rocks, and I was up on a rock ledge filming and watching as he started closing in the yards on the monster that was grazing in a green patch. A few of the deer started to become alert. As you can see, the does were looking in his direction, and Dad kept on pressing on, trying to stay hidden, but the worst happened. He was busted. We'll be right back with more mule deer and elk hunting in beautiful Montana country with Cast and Call Outdoors.
Do you ever notice that when you call certain lawn, termite, and pest control numbers, you're calling an 800 number?
In most cases, it's because their main office is somewhere other than here.
Rockline and Pest Control services the Panhandle, and we're located in the Panhandle. This is where we live.
This is where we raise our family.
This is where we do business.
And if there's ever a need for immediate attention,
there's a local technician near you.
My family has protected thousands of families in the Panhandle for over 50 years.
Got bugs? Just call the guys in the yellow trucks.
Attention business owners, office managers, and employees of locally owned companies. Do you like to save money without sacrificing quality? Then call Bill Woodis at Beacon Accounting and Tax Service. If you lease your employees, you may not have the workers' comp coverage you think you have. Your payroll preparation is based on a percentage of gross. Bill can save you money. And if you prefer to deal with local people and not some 800 number, call Bill at Beacon to save money on payroll. Since 1996, Lawnscapes of Bay County has offered premium landscape design and build services, along with commercial landscape management to Bay County and the surrounding areas. Lawnscapes design, construction, and commercial management divisions all ensure that you will be fully satisfied with your project. You can't help but see their trucks and workers all over the area, so call Joe Littleton's staff today to see why they say our professionalism is proven by our service, our existence is provided by our quality. Lawnscapes.
This is 88.3 Way FM.
Would it kill you to write a shorter song?
This is amazing grace. This is unfailing love.
Thank you so much for caring enough to help out and to do something amazing for these kids.
Uplifting, upbeat, real. The Gulf Coast, 88.3 Way FM.
All right, it's the afternoon of day 4. This morning, didn't have any luck with any elk. Got within about 35 yards of a coyote. And then put on about an hour and a half stalk on a good mule deer buck down a cliff, down into a coulee, and got within probably 70 yards till they spooked across a ditch to 85 yards. Whitney stayed up on the cliff and filmed down there. It was pretty cool. But this afternoon, we're going to the same place we were yesterday afternoon. Earlier this morning, Lance saw a bull and a cow elk heading up this way, thinking they might have bedded down, and hoping that we'll be able to see them from an elevated position, and then put a stalker, get in position to get them to have this U-Cross Outfitters hunt come to a successful harvest. It's been successful in that we've learned a whole lot about stalking. We've learned a whole lot about Montana and being around good people. So day 4, afternoon hunt. Here we go. See that ball? Cow right here. You see him? They're up here. Just at the bottom edge. we're waiting. We can't move forward much more because the draw is so shallow. So we're waiting, hoping that they're going to come down. And usually they do feed down in the evening. They're on the move. It's a lot cleaner and easier to handle.
All the while that we were watching these bulls and cows, there were 2 mule deer over to our left coming down the hill towards us. Both of them were bucks, and one was a very nice shooter, but he never got close enough for a shot. We'll be right back with more mule deer and elk hunting in beautiful Montana country with Casting Call Outdoors.
As a father, my job is to love, discipline, enjoy, and teach my 3 children in order to prepare them for their futures. As a certified financial planner professional, my job is to give financial planning and investment advice to help people prepare for their financial futures. If you would like to work towards protecting what you have, accumulating what you need, or drawing steady income, even with today's low interest rates, call me today and let's have a no-cost, no-obligation chat.
Dr. Butcham and his team at Butcham Orthodontics have been amazing as I started my treatment. My teeth were a wreck in the beginning, and I'm happy to know that I can trust Dr. Butcham and his team to get my teeth straight. The assistants here are so kind, and they treat me like family. They're funny and friendly and have been from the start. All right, what do you think? I know I could trust my friends at Butcham Orthodontics to get the job done easily and professionally. And I love my braces. If you want a beautiful, healthy smile, be sure and contact Dr. Buttram today for your free consultation.
Bye, Whitney. You've heard that saying, if you love your job, you never have to work. It's true. I've worked for Brock Lawn and Pest Control for many years.
Their commitment to the needs of customers and their commitment to each employee
makes Brock a company in which I'm very proud to be a team member.
Brock's core values are also mine. Give people more than they expect and always honor your promises. This isn't a job, it's a service that helps people live a healthier lifestyle.
Got bugs? Just call the guys in the yellow trucks.
Hey everyone! Florida is officially short 5 people. That's right, the Woodricks have officially started their quest across America, but we still need your help. It's important for us to have places to park while we're traveling, so we're counting on you guys to help us out. That's right, go to our Facebook page at Cast and Call Outdoors and type in some names of people that you know that are willing and able to help us and point us in the right direction while we're traveling. You can track what we're up to by going to castandcalloutdoors.com and by going to our YouTube channel. The longer we sat there, the daylight started to fade, and the cows decided to move over the hill away from us, taking the bulls with them. As the cows were leaving, though, this bull started running around and almost stepped right on top of us. I could have spit on him. The largest bull of them all, which was the herd bull, got so close to us. He was only 55 yards, but Dad only had cow tags. Even though we couldn't shoot this amazing bull, it was the closest I had ever gotten to an elk, and it was amazing to watch. All in all, throughout that whole afternoon hunt, we saw about 8 bulls and probably around 20 cows. They shifted all around the mountains all around us. We never got a good shot on a cow, and we didn't have a bull tag. The mule deer that were over to our left almost got within shooting range, but decided to split also. It was an amazing hunt and definitely a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
God is amazing to create creatures like that.
Yeah.
You know, he's so creative.
Yeah.
Just there are no words to express it.
Yeah.
And to have these guys fighting right here beside us.
Less than 50 yards, fighting 35.
I thought they were going to fight, just stumble right over us.
I thought they were too. What tickled me the most is when that guy saw us, and he goes back over there and starts fighting with us. But
hey, there's some people over there. Let's get it on.
I started laughing. I about missed it.
I didn't want to waste a 66-yard shot with a chance that another cow may come lower.
Yeah. Well, they might have. It's just the way it worked out.
Yeah. But seeing all that, and seeing the bulls, and listening to the bugling, and what do you call it?
Glunking.
Clucking.
Glunking. The cheek and the guttural sound, yeah.
Them glunking, that was
yeah.
well worth not having to drag home a cow elk. You know?
Yeah, that's one of the funner evenings you'll ever have right there.
Thank you, Lord.
As we were leaving, Dad asked me, did you get the footage of whenever
that bull was probably 8 yards from us. And I said, yeah, it was kind of hard to get him because the sun was setting behind him. He just looked like a silhouette. But honestly, Dad, I wasn't watching when I was filming. I was just shaking like a leaf, and I was saying, I don't want to die. I thought he was just going to come charging at us and ram us with his horns. I was like, this is going to be a disaster. And then he just stood there, and he looked at us, and then he turned around and went to fighting. So we were fine. But that was honestly the best wildlife experience of my whole life. That shows the beauty of God's creation in its entirety right there, was just seeing those animals for me.
But you would have kept that camera rolling through the attack, right?
Yeah, I would have filmed the whole attack, even through death.
Hey folks, I'm Winston Chester inviting you to watch Panhandle Outdoors, America's only daily outdoor TV show right here on Fox 28 every morning at 5:30 a.m. Be sure and watch all the latest news in outdoors and fishing and hunting and camping and wildlife photography. We have it all. Got some great sponsors. We give fishing reports and outdoor reports. We actually show the river readings each and every day. So be sure and watch Winston Chester of Panhandle Outdoors right here on Fox 28.
If you guys love watching our show as much as we love creating it, then you'll definitely appreciate our YouTube channel. We upload each episode on our YouTube channel so that you can go back and watch a nice kill or catch, a devastating miss, or someone that you know. You can also find exclusive behind-the-scene footage of us on our adventures. So before you forget, go to youtube.com, log in or create a username and password, and then search for the Casting Call Outdoors channel. Then click subscribe for all our episodes, bloopers, and adventures that you don't want to miss.
We're moving all of our insurance needs over to Kirkland Insurance Agency because we know them and we trust them.
At Kirkland Insurance Agency, it's our honor to serve you. We focus on customized quotes from multiple companies with your personal needs in mind. It's our priority to find what works best for you. Call me for your home, auto, boat, RV, business, life, and health insurance needs today. We're located 1 block south of Publix in Lynn Haven on Highway 77 next to the BP.
Have you ever waited until it was too late to pull the trigger? Well, analysis paralysis can affect hunters and people saving for retirement. Some people think themselves into a corner or choose to avoid the issue, and they're potentially making a big mistake by doing nothing. Deciding what to do with your IRAs, 401ks, annuities, life insurance policies, and investments can be tough decisions, so avoid analysis paralysis and call me. I do business through LPL Financial, the nation's largest independent broker-dealer.
We're on day 5. It's the last hunt. We had a great hunt last night. Had a big 7x6 herd bull. Bunch of satellites, elk fighting. We thought the bulls were just gonna keep fighting and just stumble right over us. I have a cow tag. The cow elk was 66 yards. Needs to be within 60, really, for me to have a good shot. Today we're taking a different route to come in. I think the same elk that we had yesterday afternoon have come down to his hay field, to his alfalfa field to eat. So we're trying to get over in front of him this morning for a good last hunt with U-Cross Outfitters. Well, it's tough the early part of the season because they really hadn't started bugling that to help you locate. They started doing it today. Yeah. It's the only way we knew they were here. Yeah. And the food will be lower. They got plenty of food up high right now. Yeah. They don't have the cold temperatures to push them down to get more calories on board. So there are several tough spots for being first few days of the season.
Yeah, but like I told you, we killed probably the biggest bull we ever killed. We killed the first week. And you know, you had several. He could have shot that big bull last night if he would have had that bull tag. He was just over 50 yards.
Yeah, he's a pretty big target too.
Yeah, he's a nice big bull. And so, you know, while every part of the season has its advantages and disadvantages, it is what it is.
You think that bull scored 340?
Yeah, I would say it's going there pretty easy. He's a nice bull.
I liked what you talked about yesterday when you were telling people to try and get your bull tag, but if you don't, get a cow tag, and then get your mule deer tag, but go ahead and get an antelope tag.
Yeah.
Because of what to do during the day. You can hunt elk early in the morning, late in the afternoon. Mule deer kind of throughout the day, but antelope for sure throughout the middle of the day.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Only 2 cows and 2 calves. Something happened to some of those other cows.
Well, our chances of killing an elk this year for 2015 are pretty much gone. So we're going to see if we can hunt a mule deer on the way back. Even though we didn't harvest an animal, I'm super excited that I was able to spend all this quality time with Whitney. And it's things that she and I will remember the rest of our lives. So remember, the goal of Casting Call Outdoors is to encourage youth and families to enjoy God's great outdoors. So I encourage you to do that. And thanks for watching Casting Call Outdoors.